now you see celebrities behaving in a very specific manner, which is that basically we could go travel down Hollywood Boulevard tonight and you're not going to find any famous fucking people getting drunk in the bar. At that time, that was still completely normalized, so that a lot of celebrities hadn't really got used to what it was going to be like to be a celebrity, because social media didn't really exist at that time.
The internet didn't exist.
Yeah.
Never mind social media.
Right.
The internet did not exist when that Sugar Gay, by the way, Sugar Gay all day.
And that was one of the things I think made it go so viral over the last couple of years, is because I do not remember that shit at all. So to see a controversy that you do not remember at all, so it wasn't even in the media at all at the time, or?
Well, here's the thing. Madonna was throwing a party that night. Okay. So it was like a pre-Oscar or pre-Grammy party. Just to let you know who I was running around with back then.
Right.
I was up there. And that's why all these, P. Diddy,
I feel like you're still kind of up there.
No,
You can probably hang out with Madonna right now, right?
Nah.
I've seen some people hanging out with Madonna that I didn't think were that cool.
Well, thank you for that confidence.
I'm talking about now.
I'm the one that proves that. You know what I'm saying? But the whole the Diddy parties and all the Illuminati, I never saw that. I was partying up there, and I guess I wasn't cool enough to be invited, or thank God I wasn't. But my level of fame now is, there's dude, how you doing? We got you a good table. It's a very comfortable level of fame. I don't have to walk around with security or anything. Got to be a little bit of that in the late 90s, and I hated that, dude.
Right.
I'm a guy that goes to 7-Eleven, gets a coffee. What's up, bro? I don't like any of that shit, So it's become a very comfortable level of fame. There's dude. And that's great. But then it was big. And so Madonna was having this party on Beverly. It was an Atlantic restaurant, never forget it, on Beverly Boulevard. And now I'm new to the fame game. And as I'm walking in, there's a bunch of guys with gigantic video cameras, the kind you had on your shoulders, and there was a big light on them. And a bunch of creepy guys would hang around these video guys. It was like paparazzi before paparazzi, but they were all kind of weird and creepy. Not all of them, but kind of autograph seekers, and especially with Madonna. There's value with her pictures and all that. So she throws a party, and Madonna gets down, a lot of gay folk hanging out, fun people. And I got tons of gay friends. I love gay people. I'm down with the community, always have been. I mean, this is what's getting to what I'm talking about in that video.
Right.
So when I was walking in, the vitriol and the anger that's being spewed at some of my friends walking in there.
Oh, so there's already that vibe going on, which, that's a context that nobody gets when they see that clip. Okay.
And by the way, when I tell people this, it bums them out. You mean there's sort of like a morality clause? Oh, I thought it was just you being an asshole. And by the way, let me qualify this. I reacted like the biggest drunken moron, no doubt.
Right.
Not proud of it. I would take it away if I could, but I stand on business. What I was doing, what I was sticking up for that night. So I'm in there and I'm throwing it back, having some drinks. Probably doing other things that other people probably shouldn't doing out there in Los Angeles, California. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm coming out and Madonna goes, "Mark, will you walk me to my car?" Now I'm like, "Oh, killer!" Not even knowing what that meant or what it could mean. So I'm walking out. I forget about the bozos out front completely, because I'm new to this world. I'm brand new. No one goes to the clubs I'd go to, and I'm pounding drinks, having fun with my friends. And so I walk around to the thing, and flashlights, bob lights, and hey, Madonna, is that your new boyfriend? What happened to Ricky Martin? I remember someone saying that, which is the irony all these years later, because Ricky wasn't out then. You know what I mean? And so I walk into the car, I give a little peck on the cheek, and I'm feeling myself. I'm like, I'm hanging with Madonna, I'm Mark McGrath, Frosted Tips, everybody's in, right? It's a gigantic party.
You're in your ego era.
Beyond. Yeah. And by the way, that just feeds it, man. And if you got a couple drinks in you, the monster's coming out and all that. So I shut the door. I start backing up traffic. Come on, make a hole, gentlemen. I'm doing all that bullshit. And so she backs up. She goes away. And when she's gone, smoke of her car gone. I remember, you fucking F word and this, that, and sugar gay. And I'm like, what? And then I just blacked out. I go, who said that? And me being the tough guy I am,
right.
I found the smallest guy I could in the pack and just got right in his ass and goes, you could smell my farts and I'll fuck your face and you'll never make it in this town. I think I was right about that one.
Right.
What I'm saying? And so I just did that and blacked out and that was it. And then I'm smart enough never to throw a punch. Then I'm like, I'm not a tough guy. I don't have to fight.
Because, the context of the video makes it seem like that dude just as a a lone voice
Bystander.
just said, replaced Ray with gay, and that alone was enough to warrant this reaction, which that idea is way funnier and way like more whimsical.
Way whimsical.
To the public, yeah.
It's not funny the way I tell it, what happened. And like some of the gay folks that were out front that they were yelling at were kind of like, intimidated and went back in. So I was just trying to like, use a little grenade, like just kind of get people away. Because
if you're the lone heterosexual, you got to stand up for your gay brothers who might not necessarily want to get their hands dirty.
All day. And like, obviously, I don't know how to get my hands dirty, but I've said, I'm just going to try and just run a little shield here, you know? So that was what kind of went down. To me, it was just another night, but I forgot it was a Madonna party. There was a million people filming it and stuff like that. So what it did, it had a little bit of a run at the Entertainment News, Entertainment Tonight, Extra, ironically, which I came to host a couple years later, and Access Hollywood. It was on. It says, Mark McGrath gets in a little scuffle, but they couldn't show anything because it was so, it was network TV. So it was that, had a little run, embarrassing, gone. Forever. I'm like, that was my little thing. No one's ever going to think about it again. 10 years later, the internet comes along, and it's a new thing every year, and the kids love it. And, my kids now, Leiden, shout out to Leiden. Leiden loves No Jumper. He's 14 years old. We went to awful lot of cough syrup, and Desto came out and just treated me like such a hero, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
My son started recalibrating. Wait, dude, people. I can't. Desto, shout out, man. Thank you.
That's dope, because I would not have necessarily assumed that Desto Dub would know about you, just because I don't feel like he's been exposed to a whole lot of white people shit throughout his life. So that's awesome.
How do you think I felt? Frosted Tips, walking in there with my son, who's got frosted tips too.
Yeah.
And they were so kind. They gave us free. They just they made me look like I'm getting emotional thinking about Desto Dub now. I'm crying again. It was amazing. So
great, man.
So that was kind of happened. That was over. But now it has new life on the internet. I get it. It's got like 20 million views. I get it. I'm acting like a moron, but just please laugh at me, clown me, just watch the gay shit. You know what I'm saying? Because me, that to me, the homophobia is just a real bummer to me, and always has been.
Right.
I think you feel that same way too. It just has a deep, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean?
Like, I'm all for some lighthearted gay jokes and shit.
You and Wack have a wonderful play like that. I do it too.
As far as anyone like actually using somebody's sexuality to try to make them feel like less of a person, that's something I'm 100% opposed to. Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. And that's kind of, and it looks like I'm trying to like rewrite, but that's what happened to me there.
Right.
And you can believe whatever you want, you never let the truth get in the way of a good story, I always say. But that's kind of what that went down. And so I stand by what I stood up for, but it wasn't the best look for me.
How did you end up patching it up with Cody Co? Because he's kind of like the person that drew the most attention to it.
That's the funny thing, because I laugh at it too. I go, bro, you killed me on that, dude. That was the best breakdown of that video I've ever seen. Shout out to you, my friend. You know what I mean? And he hit me up. He goes, I thought you'd be mad at that. I go, how can I be mad? It's funnier than hell. I've been laughing at myself my whole career. I understand that that's funny. It's me. It's embarrassing. You know what I mean? I regret it, but it's what it is. It's going to be this thing that doesn't go away.
Right.
It's David Hasselhoff eating a cheeseburger wasted,
Because even if it goes, like, if we don't hear about it for 5 years,
it's coming back.
That just increases its power.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
If the day that you are no longer with us,
that'll be the first
will be the day that video gets the most views.
And if you don't play it, Adam, I'll be so bummed at you. And you heard it right here. But, it's interesting. It's had a weird thing where it's kind of kept me around. And not to say that all press is good press, but there is a little bit to that. There's a little bit of a troll element to this whole life, and I hear you talking about a lot of people. Hassan talked about it. I mean, there's a lot of that. I don't want to be part of it, and I wasn't trying to be. This is a weird, me again going viral for reasons that are totally against why I should be going viral. But so my kids now are seeing it, and that's a bit regretful, like having your son see your dad act like a moron. But it's a teaching moment. You know what I'm saying, dude?